How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Dysfunctional Commentary. This channel really isn't about doing reviews of films that are currently in the theater, but I just got back from seeing Joker, and I just really wanted to talk about this film. Batman is my favorite comic book superhero, and Joker is my favorite villain from his rogues gallery. He may even be my favorite villain from any form of fictional medium. So I was very excited about this film, but I was also kind of cautiously optimistic. Now, after seeing it, I can say that I was not disappointed. I really, really enjoyed this movie. Now, that being said, I don't know if this movie is going to be for everyone because this is not your typical comic book film. This is a movie that takes some risks. This is a movie that is a slow burn character study of somebody who is devolving into madness. And that is not what we're used to seeing in a comic book film. I can see this movie being a little bit divisive. Also because there are liberties that are taken with the source material. So I can see some purists maybe having issue with perhaps the origin story that's depicted, or maybe the way that certain characters are depicted. I mean, we'll see. But yes, I can definitely see this movie being a little bit divisive. Joaquin Phoenix is mesmerizing in this film. And that's a word that gets thrown around a lot to the point where I think it kind of loses its meaning. But when applied here, it fits, because when he is on screen, you cannot take your eyes off of him. He is absolutely captivating. I would be shocked if he isn't nominated for some awards for his performance in this film. Now, there are going to be comparisons made between Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker. It's inevitable, it's going to happen. I will go so far as to compare the film Joker to The Dark Knight, in the sense that when Dark Knight came out, it was kind of a game changer for comic book films. For a while there, comic book films were looked at as fun popcorn flicks. They weren't really meant to be taken too seriously. And then The Dark Knight came out, and people kind of took a second look and said, oh, just because a film is based on a comic book character or a superhero doesn't mean that it can't be a serious film. And the same is true about Joker. This is a totally different type of comic book film. This is a serious drama piece that happens to be based on a comic book character. I mentioned that there might be some people who take issue with how some of the characters are depicted in this film, particularly the Joker, possibly because of the origin story. And the Joker is a character who often doesn't really have an origin story. His past is kind of hazy. You don't really know what's real and what's not. There have been origin stories that have been touched on in the comic books, obviously, and Tim Burton's Batman from 1989 had an origin story with the Jack Napier character. But there are certainly liberties taken in this film. But the way I feel about a film adapting a popular source material is, as long as it stays true to the essence of what makes that character, then that's really what's important. I think it is perfectly fine and positive to give a story a fresh feel every now and again. But you need to stay true to what that character is. You need to not lose sight of what makes that character that character. And this film doesn't do that. This film absolutely is about the Joker. The character portrayed, although maybe with some liberties taken, is still the Joker. And to me personally, that is what is important. So anyway, to wrap it up, if I were going to summarize Joker into a single word review, it would be daring. And I applaud the filmmakers, everyone involved, for daring to take risks and make this type of film about a comic book character, to go against people's expectations about what a comic book movie is supposed to be, and instead deliver this type of movie-going experience. Guys, have you seen Joker? What were your feelings? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please leave a comment and tell me what you thought. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you later.